guys.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining me on today's chat about the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, from your perspective, how has the ACA supported members during this challenging time?
I think generally it's been absolutely brilliant support, and I would say daily emails that we were getting, especially early on, giving us all the information, giving us the government updates as they were happening, giving us support of where to go for more information. Those daily emails were really, really comforting, and I felt like anything that new was going to happen or any changes that would take place, that I knew you guys had the information to back it up, and I knew that I would be getting that information quickly.
It's always good to go online. So obviously a lot of my CPD got cancelled throughout like April, May that I had planned. So we need to keep up to date with that. So it's good that you can just jump online and go through those seminars and still be able to keep up to date.
One of the things that I noticed is that the ACA sort of stepped up into a position of authority. And I think that during this time of Corona, this is where they really came into the position of much greater support, but also much greater, I don't know if you want to call it preeminence, but this situation where we knew that we could rely on their authority, but also the position they were taking with allowing members to know exactly what they needed to be doing.
Oh, I do love hearing that. Well, thank you for sharing. Now, how has the ACA supported you individually during this challenging time?
The primary support that I received from the ACA was making the webinars and past CPD content available online for free for the members, which for me was fantastic because I had 6 weeks off and I needed something to do aside from Netflix, so that was phenomenal.
I used the posters asking people not to come into the clinic if they had any symptoms. That was sort of the main thing I had out. I had that on my front door. I also had that at my reception desk. The other thing that I thought was great was when you sent the email out offering the masks for allied health. So I've been wearing a mask in clinic since very early, since late February, and that I felt that was really important for not only mine and my patients' protections, but it also gave my patients that sense of safety, that they felt that I was really mindful of it and that I was really being careful about them.
Probably for me, the stuff was just getting up in the morning, checking emails, and actually feeling secure and safe that I could go down into the office knowing that I was providing the best level of care that I could possibly do with keeping everybody calm and safe.
So obviously people's experience through COVID-19 has been different, but clearly some people have struggled financially during this period. Another really important feature is the COVID-19 portal. I think it has a list of, I don't know how many links are in there, but I know personally from my own experience as a chiropractor, I've used that often, particularly when checking facts on JobKeeper or really understanding, what the government is requiring from me as a practitioner. We've also reached out our hand to support people who have had particularly difficult times and made financial dispensation for those small few who really need it. Ultimately, we don't want anyone to fall through the cracks, and we want to wrap our arms around the profession and support the people that support the ACA.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone. Michael Black, special hello. Good to see you still going.
Nice to see you all, great to be with you.
Hi Jacey, Mike, Andrew and Paul. Thank you for joining me for this discussion on the Safer Care Victoria review. I'd love to hear from your perspective on how the ACA has supported members through what was a very challenging time last year.
For me, it was the promptness of the response and the thoroughness of the response and the way that it was communicated. I had a really clear sense of what the ACA were doing through that period.
They were very good right off the bat in communicating to us on what was going on and what to expect. And of course, one would hope that people were reading these updates and understanding that we're very well looked after.
So not only did I feel that support as a practitioner, but also I could see the busyness and the flurry of work that was being done to prepare submissions, to check research, and that really, again, allowed me to feel more comfortable and confident that we would move through this time even when it seemed, quite stressful.
One of the saving graces in this whole saga and the previous saga and future sagas is that we have the ACA to look after us. I believe firmly that if we did not have the ACA for all of these years, we would be struggling to be a profession. I actually don't believe we would actually have the profession of chiropractic.
Thank you for sharing that. It's really interesting to hear those perspectives. Now, making it a bit more personal, how has the ACA supported you during those times?
Well, I did find that the information that was being collected I was able to print off quickly, and some patients that have families under care wanted to know more, and I think I was able to give them the right stuff quickly that wasn't emotive but more data driven. And people wanted to know what the real case was, get access to where the information was coming from and get the whole story. And I was pretty happy with how quickly that information came out. I used information sheets for patients and found that they went well. And then later on, when the report was finished, I very much was interested in having that in copy for a few patients. Of course, I've got the whole 200-page report myself, but to have it summarised, I thought was very good for those few patients that wanted a lot more detail.
We really liked the ACA providing very good resources to approach the federal politicians and local politicians on the issue, and that enabled us to have the tools and also some helpful tips on and how to approach them. I think that a very well orchestrated and well measured response to these people was what was required, and that's what the ACA could deliver because that's what they're trained in, and they've got very good people in that.
So for me, it was really important that I knew that there were people that I could turn to and people that I could talk to, and so that was something that I really appreciated. I have a beautiful relationship with some of the people in the office, so I was able to personally call them and feel comfortable to do so. But I have that, that relationship there, but I also know that they extend that amazing energy to every member.
I had a lot of personal support through that process, through communications with the Southern Region, ACA Southern Region, with Norm. So it was able to calm my nerves and calm my uncertainty because there was a lot of uncertainty, and I've been really grateful.
So if we're talking about the practical nitty-gritty things that the ACA have done to help members through Safer Care Victoria and COVID-19, I think back to things like the forms that we sent out to members so that they could contact their patients and invite them to make submissions into Safer Care Victoria. Simple things like that, and then the infographic that talked about the results and presented it in a, I guess, dispassionate way. By dispassionate, I mean that there was so much emotion around there, we just needed the facts and clear through all the noise so that chiropractors could very easily not only invite people to engage in Safer Care Victoria, but also explain what the results were.